Hey Warriors, yep, this is Pastor Dito. You get to see a video of me for the first time, I guess, ever. And I just wanted to let you guys know that this is a video about welcoming you to be a part of, well, Warrior Within and the page for the Facebook and the group, as well as the Discord group. If you have not joined that, you should, because that is an easy way to get connected to other guys. It's a third-party app, and it allows you to have the freedom of not being too personal by giving out personal information. And it also gives you an opportunity to get to know people from the group, and you maybe even get a friendship out of it, because it's been really neat to get to know some of the guys through the Discord. But anyway, I would like to welcome anybody who just found this page or just joined the group or maybe even just joined the Discord. Welcome to Warrior Within. Now, as you know, it's been around for about a couple years, and in the beginning, it seemed like I was going to stay in Colorado, but God had other plans. So right now, I do live in Texas, and God is wanting me to plant Echo Life Ministries here in Texas. But as for Warrior Within, I don't know where it's going to be going. I do know that God wants me to continue to do the podcast. And I don't know if maybe it'll turn into more of a video one. I don't know if I'll just continue doing what I've been doing. But I do know that I want to take the values and the teachings that I have been trying to implement in the podcast to the church. And that includes you guys where you're at in the churches that you're a part of. So if there is some way that you could see God maybe calling you to build up your men's ministry in your church, do it. Because that was the whole purpose behind this. Whether it was the verses that I shared in the beginning, I think it's episode 2, where I talk about the armor of God being important, but I also talk about how important it is to have an alert, to know your scriptures, to understand the value as a man of God, to know who you are in Christ. We are supposed to be disciplers. We're supposed to be mentors. We're supposed to be leaders. It doesn't mean that we're going to be good at every aspect of every part of that, but God has a purpose for us to lead, not only maybe in the world, but maybe as at home, as a husband, as a father figure. But there is an important part that I think is needed. We need to be a part of a group of men. So if anything, if you can't find a group of men out there, you are more than welcome to join the Discord and follow these other guys that are going through everyday life, and they share their heart and they open up about prayer requests, and they struggle too. You're not alone, and that's what Warrior Within is supposed to do. Bring men together, godly men together, men who are struggling, men who are wanting to understand who Christ is. So I hope this video will just be enough to get you guys to go, yeah, I want to be a part of this. But also for you guys who have been very faithful to being part of what we've been doing, the best thing you can do, share. Share the stuff that I put on the page or in the group. Share the podcast to other guys who may need to hear something. Even if it's just one episode that just like, hey, I know this dude that really needs to hear this. Share it with him. Because the whole goal for this is not to build up an empire of men following this, but the idea is to help men grow closer to God. To understand that even in their brokenness, they're not lost. And even in their struggles, that they have meaning. A warrior's strength is not made by not fighting. The warrior's strength comes from the battles that we face. And God makes the strongest warriors, soldiers, men of God from the darkest of valleys. And if you're in that valley, get a part of this podcast, listen to the episodes, get a part of any of these groups, because there is a chance for you to find a way to be able to hone that warrior within you and use it properly, use it for the Lord. Lead. Be an example of Christ. Have integrity. Have character. Walk and follow the way of the Lord, our God, our King. So once again, thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for all the prayers that people have done. Thank you for those who have subscribed. Thank you for those who have actually become part of my life because of this podcast. God has a plan. Let's get excited, and I'll see you next time.